Hi everybody, this video I'll be sharing with you guys my review on the Glossier Stretch Foundation and the Stretch Face Brush. So if you guys are interested, do stick around. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Christina. I do product reviews on luxury beauty, skincare, and makeup. Occasionally, I might share a luxury accessory review or vlog here and there. So if you have not, please press the subscribe button down below and the notification bell beside it so that you can be notified every time I upload a new video. So welcome back, you guys. I'm so excited to share another video with you this week, and this time it's another foundation. It's one of the newer foundation launches. So if you guys had seen my previous video, I'll put the link down below. It was all the new beauty rundown. There are still a lot of products that I haven't tackled there, but I thought I would prioritize this foundation because it is the most recent one. Well, I think, yeah, one of the most. I already tackled the Prada, and I think this is the most recent kind of exciting one that a lot of people are curious about. Most of the other foundations or complexion products that I've shown in my rundown were launched previously already, or maybe just in the last few months, but also there's been quite a bit of reviews on them already. I will still share them, but probably I'll just do comparative reviews of some of those complexion products. But this Glossier Stretch Foundation is very, very new. I think it was just launched a week ago. I was very, very intrigued and very surprised to find it immediately at a Sephora Canada store. So most of the time, you guys, if you're not from Canada, our launches are delayed depending what store or what brand. It can be from 2 weeks to even a month. So I already saw it online, but it says if you check which stores have it, none of them had it. But for some reason, Sephora in Richmond had a whole gondola filled with stock and testers. So I was able to get my hands on it. Hence, I thought I would prioritize it because it's very rare that we get in-store complexion product launches same time as the US. So let's begin. Okay, so let's begin, you guys. This is how the product looks. Packaging is very, very simple. It's very true to the brand. You just have the Glossier logo here, and it says Stretch Fluid Foundation. The shade that I got is in light 5. It's yellow undertone. It's on the light range. I think this is quite, in terms of how yellow it is, I think this is, of all the foundations I've tried, this is more on the heavier yellow side, if you ask me. Like looking at my complexion now through a mirror, it's a little, I don't know if I should say too yellow, but it's a little quite yellow. Although it's not dark for me. This is how the actual bottle looks. It's very beautiful, you guys. I mean, it's a traditional pump. I really love the packaging. I think this is actually my first Glossier product ever. I don't have any of the lip or cheek tints. I like my Rare Beauty and my Chanel's, but this is really beautiful. So you get 30 ml. I'll put the link down below. This is also more of the mid-range price point. We're not talking like designer foundation price points of $60 to $80 to even $100. This retails, I think, 30 something US and 49 Canadian, which is very reasonable considering the range of prices out there. So let me begin by showing you guys, or well, not showing you guys, but telling you guys how it is described. So this is described as hydrating gel cream foundation, nourishes skin for buildable light to medium coverage with a natural to you finish. So medium, light to medium, and natural finish. Call out highlighted ingredients is squalane and glycerin, wild roseberry and plankton extract, amino acid coated pigments. So let me begin by sharing a swatch with you guys. I'm going to show you guys the try on as well after this, and also a few check-ins that I did. So this is described as hydrating gel cream. If you see the viscosity or how liquid-like the product is when it's pumped, it's not moving that much. So this is not very liquidy or water-based. You can tell that it really is a gel. And what I found interesting when I first tried this was really how it goes such a long way. And you can literally, I don't know if it's the ingredients or the formulation, you can literally stretch the foundation. So look how little this dot is. It's not running down the back of my hand, but I bet you this much, like I'm gonna use a brush that I use. I can probably, I can probably stretch this to cover the back of my hand. And when I say stretch, you guys, like, you are literally tapping and buffing in. And look at the, literally that small dot. That small dot can do half your face. So in terms of stretching the pigment, I think that's what you can say, because the coverage is not full coverage. You can see it is medium. This is not light coverage either, but you can see how I was able to stretch that to cover this entire area, which is literally like half your face, because in the periphery you don't really need that much anymore. But that really spoke to me. You can see the finish here. I also was very impressed with the finish because it's not matte, because I don't favor matte. I prefer satin or glow products, not glow products, glow finish foundations. But this one, it has a little sheen, but it's not a glow foundation. Most of the foundations, like the Givenchy that I just tried, is too glowy. Like if you're combination skin or you're oily, you really need to tone that down with a full coverage powder or something, because it's just after a while when your natural oils show through, it's just, you look like a hot mess. But this one, it's not claiming it's a glow foundation, which I like, because there has not been a natural foundation in a long time. It's either they claim to be matte or like a semi-matte, what do they call that, the supernatural matte, how they describe the mattes now, where it's not a flat matte, or it's a glow foundation where it just really gives you like a glow. And a lot of times for combination skin, especially for more mature skin like myself, I don't really like that much. If I want to have glow like I have now, I use another product to lay on top, just in certain areas of my face, like how I have now with Garlan and Rare Beauty, and it just gives me a better look than having it all over my face. So this is such a natural finish that I really was so impressed with the finish, because it's been so long that a brand or a foundation product just focused on a natural finish, just gave us straight up natural finish, not a matte, not a glow, just beautifully in the middle. And then I can decide to mattify it or to make it glow by layering products before or after. But it's also because of the gel texture, it just feels like it's more, it doesn't move on the skin. Like I had it, you'll see the check-in later, I had it I think a maximum of 6 hours with my check-ins, because I haven't really needed to wear any foundation for 8 hours lately. So before I removed it, I checked in again. Not perfect. It's obviously not full coverage, and you'll see when I add the clips, but it somehow still stayed and the finish remained intact. It's not like I started to see dry patches anywhere or a big blotch of breakdown anywhere. My T-zone, which is always problematic with some foundation, it just is gone in half the day, or like it starts to break down. I didn't see that at all. And in fact, I even felt like it wasn't as perfect as when I applied, but the finish looked like I had just applied it maybe a few minutes ago or half an hour ago, even if it's been 6 hours. So I was very impressed with the finish and how long it actually looked the way it did on my skin, and the fact that it didn't really move around or just vanish from my skin. I would have to say though that this one is it's not a non-transfer proof. So you will, if you touch your skin and it's not yet dried down or you haven't powdered, you're gonna get some transfer, although it doesn't claim that it's a transfer proof foundation, which I like. So to me, this is just a very classic, good old natural foundation that gives me the kind of coverage I want, which is light to medium. This is also very, very buildable, as you'll see in my try on in the end of the video. So a lot of the things that it claims its product to do is actually 100% true. So it's light to medium, it is definitely buildable, and the finish is a beautiful natural matte finish. And I think in a very long time, this, I would say, that's why I'm very impressed, is one of the foundation finishes that I've really been impressed with and I've liked in a long time. All the other brands, designer brands, mid-range brands, makeup professional brands, everyone has been coming out with hybrids or just very like skin looks good or blur effects, but it just either doesn't last long in the skin, or it's too gimmicky, or for more mature skin, I'd need to layer it with a couple more products. But this one, especially even today, you guys, I literally just used, I didn't even use my primer. I just used the Embryolisse. This is like my hydrating cream. My go-to. If I don't want to think, I don't want to fuzz with so many things, I didn't even use a primer, and it looks amazing. So I am so impressed with this foundation, and I think for the price point, it really is good quality for the price. It has key ingredients they've highlighted that I think are good for the skin as well, although it's not claiming like it's a skincare product, because guys, a lot of these foundations are never skincare products. They may have ingredients that are good for the skin, which they're going to call out so you think that they are, but they'll never replace skincare. And I'm just very impressed with the finish, the consistency, how it looks on the skin, how it wears on the skin. And I think this is definitely like within what I like finding in foundations. I like the coverage, the finish, and also the color match is, I would say, like pretty good for, I mean, this is their first foreign complexion products. I thought that this one is a really true color match for me. A bit more on the yellower side. Like the yellow pigment is a bit heavy, but it's not too warm where it looks like it's off. But that's about it. I will put the link of the product down below. I highly recommend that you try this product. To me, I was very impressed, and I think if you're looking for something that just looks natural on a daily basis but looks very polished and refined without breaking the bank, this is a good foundation to try out. So the next product I want to share with you guys is the face brush. This is called the Glossier Stretch Face Brush, and this one I will put the link down below as well. This is how it looks. It's really unique, and this is what caught my attention. And then it has this little thing where you just turn it, and then you have to lock it in place over here. And the first time I tried it, you guys can see in my try on, I didn't lock it, so it was moving around. I'm having a hard time locking it now. Just gotta pull it down. Why is it? There you go. So it's gonna click when you lock it. This is how it looks. And I went back to get this the next day because I saw the video of how it's used. And because I found that the formulation and the texture or consistency of this product was really such that you can stretch the foundation or stretch the pigment to give you just more covered area, I thought this would work so well. Look at the contours of that. I've never had a brush that was this dense and had this kind of shape. It looks perfect. But I would have to say, you guys, that I'm gonna play around with it some more. But if you guys can see how much pigment there is on the brush, this is a light pink brush. So I found when I tried this the first time, which I've just tried it once in fairness to the product, I felt like it took too much of the product onto the brush. I think it drank the product. It wasted some of the product because I saw how much was left in there, and I saw that as I was pulling it, because you can't really buff it this way, you really just have to pull it. It wasn't really giving me as much coverage as when I just use my traditional brush and just tap it or buff it in. So I felt that it was taking too much product. So I actually stopped using it like midway and just, or halfway, and then I started using my brush. I'm gonna try playing around with it some more, but so far this is how I feel. But the density of the brush, this synthetic brush, you guys, is beautiful. It's beautiful, but I also find that, you know, put it like here, up here, it was just so hard to like maneuver. But also I've just tried it once, so I'm gonna have to try it out a bit more because I do like the idea. I like the concept, especially if you're traveling. Like, look at this. Look how hygienic. You can literally put this even if you're going to work or you're going for a weekend. You can literally just put this in any handbag and you don't have to worry about getting it dirty or anything. I also like that the packaging really caught my attention as well because it is just so functional and travel friendly. That's why I'm still gonna play around with it some more. I think my only gripe right now is that I feel like it just eats up so much product, which maybe I still have to play around and see how I can make it work more. But the brush, the concept, the shape, and even the density is perfect. It's beautiful. And I like the functionality and the fact that it just, you can travel with it. Application of Glossier foundation. And I am going to use it actually with the face brush, stretch face brush, which is, I just had to try it out because you guys, look how okay. So I'm going to start by putting some So this time I'm just gonna use this e.l.f. buffing brush, and because this is the first time how I tried it actually, and I think it gave me more coverage and I liked it a bit more. Okay, you guys, so just doing like a, what is that? just a little check-in. So I've had this now for 4 hours. This is how the foundation looks. This is natural light. I'm facing the window. So let me see. That's how it's holding up. And I have to say, not super impressed, but I like it. It hasn't really moved so much or broken down anywhere. My under eye is always a problem, and I've been testing out a lot of concealers, but for the rest of my face, like, I'm pretty happy. It's gonna be my final check-in because I need to remove my face now. It's been 6 hours, so let me just show you guys my phone. I put this on around 12:30, and it is now 6:20 p.m. Vancouver time. So this is how it looks. I think it still looks pretty good. I just did errands at home, and I just did chores at home. So I didn't really like go out or really do anything super hectic. It's still a little warm and really sunny here in Vancouver, but this is how it looks. No retouch. I mean, honestly, I don't think it's bad for like 6 hours, and it hasn't really moved much. So that's my final check-in. So that is it, you guys. That is my review of the Glossier Complexion Stretch Foundation and the Glossier Stretch Face Brush. I hope you guys found this interesting and informative. If you have any questions, you can leave it in the comments down below. I also post swatches and other product photos on my Instagram. I'll also put it down below. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you found this video interesting and informative, and I hope you guys have a great day or a great evening.